You don't need another generic workout plan. You don't need a list of exercises that sound impressive but lead nowhere. What you need is a method, one that actually activates your muscle growth, builds momentum fast, and finally gets your body responding the way it should. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. This is the method most people overlook, but it's the same one that can completely change the game for you, faster than you think. No complicated routines, no fluff, just 7 powerful tips that work together like gears in a machine. Miss one, and you'll feel stuck. Use all 7, and your progress shifts into overdrive. This isn't about training harder, it's about training smarter. Ready to discover what's been missing from your results? Let's go. In our first tip, and this one's the foundation for everything else, discipline. Because without it, no strategy works, no workout sticks, and no progress lasts. But here's the thing, discipline isn't about being perfect. It's not about waking up at 5 a.m. or forcing yourself to suffer every day. Real discipline is about making a choice, even when it's uncomfortable. It's the silent decision to keep showing up, especially when motivation disappears. Ask yourself, how many times have you said, "I'll start Monday"? How many times did Monday come and go? That's not a lack of knowledge. That's a lack of discipline. And the truth is, most people don't fail because they don't have a plan. They fail because they keep restarting. But when you build the habit of following through, even when it's not convenient, that's when your body starts to respond, your mindset changes, and your results begin to compound. So forget the hype around hacks and shortcuts. The fastest progress always comes from consistency, and consistency only exists when discipline is in place. Want real muscle growth? Then build a routine you can stick to. It doesn't have to be extreme, it just has to be yours, and it has to be real. Because showing up half-committed won't unlock anything. But showing up every day with purpose, that's the unlock. Now let's move into tip number 2. And this might go against what you've been told. You need more carbs. Yeah, more, not less. If your goal is to grow, to train hard, and to recover even harder, carbs are not your enemy. They're your fuel. Think of them as the spark that fires up your entire muscle-building engine. Without enough of them, your body simply doesn't have the energy to train with intensity or recover properly afterward. Here's the problem. A lot of people cut carbs, thinking it'll make them leaner, but end up spinning their wheels, tired, flat, and stuck. But when you start eating around 5 grams of carbs per kilogram of body weight daily, something changes. Your muscles feel fuller, your strength goes up, and you unlock the power to push harder in every workout. It's not just about energy, it's about performance. And better performance leads to better gains. Simple. So don't fear carbs, use them. Whole sources like oats, rice, potatoes, fruits, they're your secret weapon. Combine that with enough protein and hydration, and your body will start building muscle like it's meant to. Because when you fuel right, you don't just feel better, you train better, recover better, and grow faster. Ready for the next strategy? Now for tip number 3, track your progress the smart way. Because if you're just going by the mirror or the number on the scale, you're missing half the picture. Real growth doesn't always show up in weight changes or dramatic visual shifts. Sometimes it's a small strength jump, better recovery, or even how your t-shirt starts to fit differently. If you're not paying attention, these wins can go unnoticed, and that's a fast way to lose motivation. Think about this. If you don't track anything, how do you even know if what you're doing is working? Imagine training for weeks and making real progress, but feeling like you're stuck just because you didn't write down a single number. That's what happens to most people. They quit right before things start to pay off. But when you track your workouts, your weight lifted, your sleep, your food, even loosely, it gives you clarity. And with clarity comes power. You don't need spreadsheets or complex systems. A notebook, a photo every week, or a few quick notes on your phone is enough. What matters is that you're watching your own evolution, not guessing. Because when you can see progress, even tiny steps, it fuels the fire to keep going. And when that happens, your results multiply fast. Let's talk about tip number 4, strategic progressive overload. This is the core principle behind all real muscle growth. If your body keeps doing the same thing over and over, it has no reason to change. Muscle is built when you push your body slightly beyond what it's used to. But here's the key. You don't need to jump weight every workout. You just need to challenge your muscles in new ways, consistently. Most people think progressive overload only means lifting heavier. But that's just one piece. You can also increase reps, sets, time under tension, or reduce rest between sets. Even slowing down the negative, eccentric portion of a movement can create a deeper stimulus. That's where the real growth starts. And when you mix in advanced techniques like drop sets, supersets, or rest pause, your training gets more efficient and way more intense. Let's say you're stuck on a bench press weight. Instead of grinding through the same 3 sets of 10, try this. Do your first set heavy, then drop the weight by 20% and do as many reps as possible. Or pair your chest press with push-ups, back to back. These methods not only shock your muscles, they also push your mental limits. And that's where real transformation begins. So the next time you train, don't just go through the motions. Ask yourself, how can I make this set just a bit harder than the last? It doesn't have to be dramatic. It just has to be intentional. Because when you consistently force adaptation, your body responds by growing. And when you pair that with discipline, smart nutrition, and tracking, you'll be amazed at how fast your physique starts to evolve. Now for tip number 5, focus on compound strength training. These are the big movements: squats, deadlifts, bench press, pull-ups, rows, the kind of exercises that work multiple muscle groups at once. And if you want faster gains, these are non-negotiable. Compound lifts recruit more muscle fibers, burn more energy, and trigger a stronger hormonal response, all of which speed up growth. Here's the key most people miss. Compound movements should be done at the beginning of your workout, when your energy and focus are at their highest. Don't save them for later when you're already tired. You want to hit these lifts hard, with good form and intensity. That's how you lift heavier, push harder, and make real progress. Think of them as the main course of your session. Everything else is the side dish. A good rule of thumb? Include at least 2 compound exercises in every workout. If you're training legs, go with squats and Romanian deadlifts. On push day, hit the bench and overhead press. For pull day, go with pull-ups and barbell rows. These movements set the foundation for the rest of your training and make every other exercise more effective. You'll build strength faster, improve your coordination, and gain muscle in all the right places. So if your current routine is filled with isolation exercises and machines only, it's time to shift your strategy. Start strong with compound lifts, then finish with accessory work. That small change in workout structure alone can unlock a new level of gains and help you finally see the kind of progress you've been chasing. Tip number 6 is one most people ignore, and it's costing them serious gains: recovery. You see, muscles don't grow while you're lifting weights. They grow while you're resting. That means if you're training hard but not sleeping well, or giving your body time to recover, you're just spinning your wheels. Growth requires rest, not laziness, but intentional recovery that lets your body rebuild stronger. And recovery isn't just about sleeping 8 hours, though that's a massive part of it. It's also about active rest. Think low-impact movement, walking, stretching, light cardio between heavy sessions. This helps keep your blood flowing, reduces soreness, and keeps you mentally sharp without overloading your system. Recovery isn't the opposite of progress. It's the fuel that makes progress possible. So here's the shift. Stop glorifying burnout and start prioritizing smart rest. Build a solid nighttime routine, cut the screens an hour before bed, and actually let your body reset. Respect your recovery days as much as your training days, because that's when the magic happens. Remember, your muscles are always listening, but they only grow when they feel safe enough to recover. And now, tip number 7, light cardio for metabolic balance. Wait, cardio in a muscle growth plan? Yep, but not the exhausting, hour-long, soul-draining type. I'm talking about intentional, low-intensity movement that actually supports your muscle-building goals. You see, building muscle isn't just about lifting. It's about creating the right internal environment. And a balanced metabolism is a huge part of that equation. Think of light cardio as a reset button. A 20 to 30-minute walk after training or on your rest days can improve blood flow, reduce stress, help with digestion, and regulate hormones like cortisol, which, if left unchecked, can slow down your gains. And here's the twist. The better your circulation and recovery, the more efficient your nutrient delivery becomes. That means your muscles absorb fuel better. You recover faster, you grow sooner. The best part? You don't need a treadmill or a structured plan, just move. Take a walk outside, hop on a bike. Do something that feels good but keeps your body gently active. It's not about burning calories, it's about keeping the engine running clean. And when your body runs efficiently, your muscle growth doesn't just accelerate, it becomes sustainable. So, don't treat cardio like the enemy. Use it as a tool, not for fat loss, but for overall performance. In this method, cardio isn't a punishment. It's part of the strategy that keeps your body sharp, your metabolism firing, and your progress consistent. Now that you've got the full strategy to unlock fast muscle growth, it's time to apply it. And there's one video that perfectly complements everything we've talked about. Our guide on low-volume training. It shows you how to train smarter, not longer, and how fewer sets can actually lead to faster, cleaner gains. So, if you're ready to grow without wasting time or energy, click right here and let's take your results to the next level.